Oh, share it.
They're
Yes, I did it,
guys.
bro.
They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
I love that song.
There we go. All right. Now we're here. Now we are here.
All right, bro. So I'm just right now. Just on the toilet.
Good stuff.
Nah, I'm just kidding. This is where we do podcasts now. We go to internet cafes and we rent a space. And then, Josh, my camera's lagging. What have you done?
It'll catch up, man. It'll catch up. Now I can see you. You know, RB said, so that's why this guy said, is Jason in a bathroom? I didn't realize until it went to this view, and now I can see you with the tiles behind you. That's some sexy.
Not tiles. It's like one of those like sliding doors. You know, like the Japanese like sliding doors.
Sure it is, bro.
It's one of those thingies.
Sure.
It makes it easier to ventilate the bathroom.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I love it. Hey, what's up, everyone? Obviously, welcome back to the podcast, episode 19. We're live here on Facebook for the first time ever. Well,
Quick favor.
First time
Do you
ever.
think you could slide my video into the frame, into the box there? So this is the first live podcast we've ever done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. People
hopefully
might.
my audio isn't terrible.
For me, it's not too bad, man. I can hear you pretty well. And for everyone watching on Facebook, they can obviously, the reason why we're doing this is so now we can answer your questions in real time. You can just chuck them up in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, oh, where was that page that you're talking about? It's here, facebook.com/themagicguysshow. That's where you can join us in the future to find these questions. And if you're just listening to us, that's where you go as well. So.
All right, just saw RB. I'm glad there's titles down the bottom so we know who you are. So anyway, just quickly before, like, we're going to go into like questions and stuff like that. But we got one already where Raghav Gupta, I hope I'm saying that right, but he's asked if we've seen the Big Trick Energy for Chris Ramsey and Eric Leclerc.
Man.
There's a couple of other guys that were in that show as well, but I don't know who they are.
Let's talk about it for a sec because, I saw it. Yeah, it looks epic.
Good, man.
You know,
it looks like a really good show. It looks like it's super unique. It's the first magic show I've seen that looks like fun. It's not just like some dude being awesome. You know, it's actually a couple of guys having fun, which is great.
Absolutely.
Which is what magic's all about.
Yeah, and the production quality looks sick. It looks like, you know, because when they put their their pilot episode out with the dog collar. I remember watching it and I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool as a video. But then when they put their trailer out, just the extra production feeling that's gone into it.
Like the car crashing down on the things. And that's great. No, I think it's going to be awesome.
It looks like...
for one, I'm super excited.
Hell yeah. It looks like Magic for Humans quality. But now it's like going to be even more fun because there's all of them. And... they put up a photo at their rap party and they've got like all of the top consultants working on it too, like Marcus Eddy, Daniel Garcia. Those boys are making sure that they're going to have like, you know, proper magic happening.
I wonder if magicians of this generation know who Daniel Garcia is because, you know, he's kind of been behind the scenes for a lot of the last few years. But I remember like he was one of the ones that you and I, Josh, both learned a great deal from.
Yeah.
You know, learning from his stuff. And I remember we used to always talk about the latest DG product or Marcus Eddy product because he used to always come up with some great stuff.
Oh, 100%, man. He and still is coming out with the best stuff, but just, you know, privately for all of the magic, TV magic out there. But he's doing a masterclass soon on Vanishing Ink. I don't know if you saw it, but he's going to be doing a lecture, which I can't wait to see.
Are you going to watch it?
Hell yeah.
Bro, I'll be back in Brisbane on Thursday. So I'll be back in, then it's a full weekend of gigs. Looks like I'll be flying into the floods. I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah, it's rainy week out here. It's terrible.
Apparently they have like a warning, a trigger warning about floods. Trigger warning.
Yeah, it's not
a warning about floods.
It's not. What's up, Scotty? Just seen your comment, bro. What's up? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, man. So what's been happening? Bloody hell. So you've been in Sydney this whole time. You've decided you're moving there. You've already secured a place, like a sweet pad.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I just don't mess around, eh? I just get it done. Well, and here's the thing that's upset me a little bit though, is that in the time that I've been in Sydney, I haven't been able to really make any videos. I've made a couple of TikToks and I've made a couple of videos for Instagram, but I haven't made a YouTube video in now 18 days.
Damn.
18 days, bro. It's a long time, eh?
I saw your post on YouTube where everyone's giving you sympathy, like, oh, it's okay, man. We're just happy that you're happy and all that stuff.
I appreciate everyone's support, right? Everyone's super supportive.
Yeah.
No, I think that they know that more will come out of me being in Sydney than me being in Brisbane. Because Brisbane, I can't do what I do. I street perform. That's what I do. Can't really do that in Brisbane.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I've been down in Sydney, man. I've been cranking it out, dude. Like I'm talking like show after show. It's been amazing. It's been so much fun.
Hell yeah.
My lovely wife also smashing it down here.
That's awesome. That's really good, man. Super happy.
Yeah, on another note, it's been so good down here, and it's a 4-day weekend right now, right? Including today. So I can't go to the bank. And so I currently have, if anyone's in Sydney, you can try and figure out where I am and rob me. But I currently have like a sack of like $5,000 just sitting in an Airbnb locker.
Oh, God. That's a little worrying, bro. That's just a little bit worrying.
It's sitting there. I don't know what to do. I can't carry it with me because it's too damn heavy. Like,
you don't want to just put it in the bank?
I can't put it in the bank. They're all closed.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, otherwise I would. It'd be in the bank right now. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. It's just sitting there. So,
God damn. Okay.
Could be some cleaning lady's lucky day.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah. So that's definitely a thing. But it's been a wild ride, down here. It's good to hang out with other performers. I got to hang out with other magicians that I hadn't seen in ages, like Vincent and that's basically Isaac, right? No, Vincent and what's this? This podcast makes me so happy. Nice. RB challenge accepted, Jason. Oh, I don't know what the challenge is, but please do enlighten me. Oh, he's going to come and rob me. Far out.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, you're in trouble now.
Yeah, I know. RB knows a thing or two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, it's a crazy time, man. And the streets have been lined with gold. Obviously, it's just a good time all around.
Yeah, that's sick.
Good to hang out with other performers. Like I was saying, I hung out with Adam Axford. Adam Axford's killing it, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like that guy.
He's very much you, but for Sydney.
Yeah, he's very motivated too, which I like a lot.
Josh Norbito of Sydney. He even said he wanted to. He even said to me, it was funny as he goes, "I'll be the new Josh for your videos." So
shit!
So he's going to try and rob me of my clout now.
Is that right, Adam?
It's pretty funny.
That is funny.
I've got proof, bro. I've got proof in these messages.
That's cool. No, Adam's a great dude.
He is. Super talented, funny guy.
We caught up the last time that I went to Sydney. It's just I haven't been back there for so long now. Oh, snap. Okay. What a guy. No, he loves getting in front of the camera too. So like I have no doubt that would be good. I did a gig. I won't, go on a whole rant, but I did one gig on the weekend. Finally, because we had a lockdown here in Brisbane, which you were lucky to stay clear of, man. But it ended the day before I had a private event to go and do, and luckily I could. And it was at the Gold Coast for like this private home. And the best moment for me was I was doing my magic, bro, and I had my deck of cards ready to like pull out and do like a cards to pocket routine. And I spotted on their table a bloody packet of cards. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And I was like, look, I have my own deck of cards, but I noticed you have some, so we can use yours if you want. And they're like, yeah, hell yeah. So even though, cards are all duplicates, you sign one and now all of a sudden you can do like a normal card routine, yeah? So I did, cards to pocket, and the guy drew a dick on the card, which of course he did. And so there's all the jokes there that go with that. And at the end, I was like, you know what? Let me take this an extra step further. And I did Haunted deck, but with this deck. And it was just it was perfect. There was only 14 of them, but this is all I could hear in the room. Like after doing it, all I could hear was that applause.
All you could hear was a stadium of applause, eh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sick.
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Ash.
it's good. No, I love those organic moments.
Yeah.
Ash is a magician from England, I believe.
Hey.
Yeah, he makes TikToks as well. I think he got banned from doing lives at one stage by accident.
Does that happen if you do too many or like too long or something?
No, it just happens. Like people complain about stuff, and then TikTok's not very forgiving. They don't really they just don't listen to the creators. He was like pretending to be a unicorn with a couple of knives or something.
What? And it didn't like it.
Yeah, then he got done for like suicide. Yeah, TikTok's a bit unfair like that.
What the hell? Yeah, good point, Bob. Unicards are a one-way deck. I didn't even think of that either, actually. Because it was like spare in the moment. I
Who would
know.
have thought, man? Bob's teaching us stuff, man.
Yeah.
Damn, Bob, you've been researching and studying hard.
I like it, Bob. Thanks for the tip.
Isn't he going to be your new co-host, bro?
Well, who knows? I mean, did you see that live test?
Yeah, not really. I watched like 5 seconds of it.
Gotcha. That's all you really had to watch.
Pretty. But no, it's good. Once I get my setup down here, it's going to be so much better. I'll have the crisp audio. I'll have the mic on the arm. It's going to be legendary. Dude, I miss the mic on the arm. I actually miss it. Like how fun it is just to like put it into position,
Yeah, like this. Whee!
Yeah, see, I love that.
It's the best.
It's such a cool piece of technology, dude.
Hell yeah.
But
yeah, no, it's super handy having it here, and soon I'll have this baby set up, which I was telling you about before, but now I can show you with that.
Yeah, the stream deck. Yeah, I'm still getting one.
I can't wait.
I'm so getting one.
Just make things
start doing
so
like
nice.
magic Twitch streams and stuff. I'm going to try and do online busking, so to speak. I think I can do it.
Yo, that is a funny ass comment from Ash.
Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, just pull out a deck of dicks.
I forget that some people are listening to this on Spotify, but yeah, Ash basically goes, yeah, when someone draws a dick on a card, I pull out a blank card full of tally marks and just add to it so they know they aren't original. That, you could also do that for like the, can you make me $1 million or can you make my wife disappear?
Yeah, just literally have the same card of tally marks that you're just doing it for.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, I think I think we got we got loads to talk about, Josh. Josh,
yeah.
First things first. Once I move to Sydney, how often are you going to come and visit, bro?
That is the question.
Like, you better make just a trip down here just to hang out.
just a trip. Well, I got family there too, so but
Every time you come to Sydney, we have to film some sweet content, bro.
Oh,
and vice versa. Every time I come to Brisbane,
absolutely.
It looks like what'll happen is I'll go to Brisbane. Like once I leave, I'll still be doing work with Eat Streets and stuff.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that. So you were saying something about they still want you to orchestrate everything, right?
Possibly, yeah. That I could still get other guys to do it, and which means that now I can offer other magicians, opportunities, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And
it's
then,
like
if I decide I want to come back to Brisbane for a hot minute, I can do it myself.
Yeah. I filmed. I told you earlier, but I filmed with Tom. So I've got like all of this footage to edit. It'll probably go out later today, I reckon. And what was interesting was because it was just me doing it, I had like twice as much footage to go through than normal, than when we first did it. I was like, holy crap, how do I choose like what to put in it and this kind of stuff?
Right, because he's filmed so much.
Yeah.
I use the standard stock line.
Ash says he does. I do magic, not miracles. I can't heckle that because I use that line too. It's just an easy way to.
I don't use that line. You know which line I use?
What?
I say, people go, "Hey man, could you make my wife disappear?" And I say, "I need some plane tickets and some bleach. Are you paying for that?"
I heard someone.
So that's
I heard someone else say, who said it? They were like, "Oh, if you keep saying that, you'll do it yourself." I forget who said that line, but there was someone that basically said that.
What, my joke?
No, their line was, you know, they were like, "Can you make my wife disappear?" And then someone said their rebuttal was, "Well, if you keep saying that, I think you'll do it yourself." And that was like shut the hell up.
You know, the one that that's a pretty good one. I like that. Yeah, if you keep saying that, she'll just leave you. Yeah, that's good. You know, when I do the balloon swallow, one of the comments that most commonly comes up is, "Hey, can you teach my wife how to do that?" To which I always say, "I don't know. What does she look like?"
That's funny. Bob made an interesting comment, and I didn't know what it meant until I just double checked myself. So he's saying that the auto subtitles senses the word crap. So when you're Facebook Live, it has automatic subtitles on the screen if you're not clicked into the video yet. And that's interesting that it's censoring words already. I like it.
Yeah, technology is pretty wild these days, man. It can actually like proper do things, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Ash says he puts the arm around the wife and just walks away with her. Nice. I like this. I feel like that's something that Adam would do too, Adam Axford.
Adam Axford, yeah. Adam Axford's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
The ladies love that English bastard.
With his mandolin collar.
Sexy accent and his good looks and his well-spoken words. Son of a gun. But yeah, you know, it's all the process, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I don't know. Like coming up with original lines for like stuff like that is so much better. You know, the whole like I do magic, not miracles. Every magician dies a little bit when they say it, and yet they keep saying it because it's the easiest thing to say.
Yeah,
right?
Because you don't want to stay in that question too long because just everyone, it just happens so often. People trying to be funny.
Yeah, but still, if you make up your own original line, it's so much better. It's like that thing, like I was having a discussion with a magician just the other day. Actually, we're on the streets, and he said, I think that it's dumb that magicians don't get the same recognition that, like, say, music gets. And then I said, okay, give me an example of like how magic is better than music. And he goes, oh, well, you can use magic with music, or you can do magic with dance. And I'm like, right. So if I ordered an ice cream and I put sprinkles on it, right, it's now an ice cream with sprinkles. You know what I mean? So it's now music with magic, not the other way around. You know what I mean? Like it's magic's not like because there's no originality. Everyone's doing the same stuff. Whereas like there's only like a couple of like magician artists, I would say, that could call themselves like proper artists, right?
Yeah.
The rest of them, like they're all doing the stock stuff, the same jokes, the same material. It's the same store-bought trick, and it's just sort of
yeah.
So that's why I like the idea of an original joke here and there.
For sure. Adam said, is Adam the guy who works at the magic shop? I think Adam did work
Yes.
He is? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Just want to double check that from you. I just want to fact check it. Thanks for all the questions, by the way, and feel free, everyone else, to pop some in there.
I mean, yeah, we've got a fat audience of 7 people today in the live stream, which is more than we've ever had before because this is the first one that we've done.
No, that's true. Yeah, 7 people, one heart as well. Thank you for the heart. We appreciate you. Yeah, love it.
Was that the correct sound? That might have been the wrong sound.
I hit the gasp. Why? What did you want? Oh, you wanted this one?
Yeah.
Parkour. That's all I can think of now.
That was my favorite part of that whole podcast. It was like so boomer, like
yeah,
like it was just out of the times. And it's parkour. I was like, God, that's so funny.
Yeah, man, that's all I can think of now when I hear that. It's too good.
Having Doug on this podcast has been the highlight of all the podcasts. I think he's so much fun to chat with. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get.
How do you handle the situation when you do a mentalism routine and some other person other than who you are performing to asks, can you do the same to me or read my mind? We actually have a funny story about this. Josh and I were in the valley and I had read this guy's mind about a name. read like predicted the name or whatever. And the first time I nailed it, and then his girlfriend goes, "Oh, can you do it for me?" And I'm not a mentalist, so I'm not very comfortable with handling those situations. So I tried to do a different method, and it just went horribly. It just absolutely failed. I had to just admit that I couldn't get it right. So I don't really know personally, but I think Josh would have more knowledge on this subject than myself. So what do you think, Josh?
Well, I think when it's happened to me before, I just changed you use the fact that they're saying that to then do a different test with them, like a different experiment. So like, for example, so let's say we're doing mind reading. I would first say, let's say we've done a really strong mind reading routine, right? Where they've thought of someone they know, they've written it down, and then you've like been able to divine what it is. If they say do it again, I would say, okay, well, let's make it with something that's random to you, not something that you already know of that maybe I know you know. So let's go with like a deck of cards. So just randomly take one out. That way there's no emotional attachment to it. Let me see if I can now read your mind on that, right? So now you're still doing mind reading, but now it's just it's really a totally different trick, but it's like still flowing with like what they're saying. And then,
Okay.
the
same genre, different feel.
Yeah. And then if someone else was like, oh, can you show that to me as well? I would be like, all right, cool. This time I'm going to get you to, let me get my wallet out. And I'm going to take out one of these cards. Can you draw something on it? Don't let me see it. And then I would like do like a drawing duplication. So you're not repeating the trick. You're just doing something different, but you're still saying you're like repeating it, if that makes sense. You're just, changing it. It's the way I approach it. It's like if I've just done so I do like card under box a lot. And that routine, I'm really glad like is built in so that when they say, can you do it again? You're already like ready to go to do it again. And you can be like, okay, cool, let me do it again, but under test conditions, because you've already loaded the card like in the box and stuff like that. That's how I approach it anyway. So it's like still do what they say, but like with a different trick, I guess is the easy
Adam
answer.
told me while I was down here, he said he prefers to do mentalism styled magic because it feels like real magic. Whereas like when you do like card tricks, sleight of hand stuff, people think that there's a trick involved. They might not know what it is, but they feel that there's a trick involved.
Yeah.
But when you're doing mentalism, like reading someone's mind or something, it's putting the magic in their hands, so to speak, their minds,
Yeah.
It changes the atmospheric feeling of the whole experience. What do you think of that, Josh? Do you think sleight of hand magic is a little bit weaker than mentalism in today's day and era?
I think that mentalism is really strong for adults, but I think that adults have to be in that magic bubble to be like ready to accept what you're doing and like be awed by it. So how do I explain that? So I'll always start with sleight of hand stuff first and like lighthearted, be entertaining, focus on the performance of it. And then later, when those people that enjoyed it come back, then I would do mentalism because then they're already in that kind of state of like, oh, this guy knows some shit. And then when you then go into mentalism, it's way stronger. Whereas like, I think if you went in cold and you're like, I'm going to read your mind and you do it, I think they're going to be like, at least for me, what's happened is they've gone, oh yeah, that is who I was thinking of. Like, how did you know that? You must have known somehow. They're not really buying it, even though they're fooled, right. If that makes sense.
Okay.
For me anyway, so yeah. So for me, I love mixing the two because like if you've just done mega sleight of hand and then, like a classic thing I've said is like, all right, now let me show you non-sleight of hand, then it fries them even more. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's what that's how I kind of think of it.
I like it. I like it. I've only ever seen one street performer do mentalism on the streets. Needless to say, he's not a street performer anymore. So,
oh, that must have gone really well.
Yeah, that's not to say that it's not possible. It's just saying that, like, when you do mentalism on the street, it's just a totally different vibe.
Yeah, no, I get
from
that.
my experience, at least, I would love to try and incorporate mentalism into a street show somehow. But it would have to be very comfortable to do so.
Yeah.
So I think something that I would like to do as a mentalism, you can't do like a book test, for example. Like the problem with mentalism is it's just a little bit too procedural for it to captivate an audience of strangers on the street? Do you know what I mean?
I think it definitely depends on the way you're doing it. Like the way that's happening. You definitely can't do like a super procedural one or anything like that. That's for damn sure.
It's a coconut, my bro, on the shirt. It's a coconut. You put the beer in the coconut and throw the can away. Oh, sorry, we had a question, so I realized that might have seemed weird in the podcast sense.
No, that's cool.
But anyway, I think a good trick for the streets, like with mentalism, would have to be like a thought of word on a whiteboard type of thing. Like you write it down on a whiteboard or something. That'd be kind of cool. I just don't know. I just wouldn't want to force the word in a weird book test sense or something. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I have an idea already that you could do, but I feel like I should tell you off air. I feel like I should. Yeah, Bob brought up a good point. You could do PK touch on the street. Of course, you could. Yeah, that's definitely an option. I think
it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work. Again, It's a little bit too procedural.
Gotcha.
And PK touch works best when you're not surrounded.
And the thing we talked about the other day of doing the star sign divination, that could be an interesting one to try.
That's one that I was thinking of too. That would be sick.
Yeah.
I need you to send me that again, but like with a clearer picture, because the ones you sent me I can't really read.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe you could just send me the book.
Yeah, true. Well, now you're so bloody far away, it's harder to do that.
No, I'll just come borrow it off you, and then I'll send it back to you when I'm finished.
Okay.
Remember the last time I borrowed a book off you? I only borrowed it for like 3 years.
No, that's true. Yeah, and my Paul Daniels Bravura, I think you had for a hot minute too.
I had that one there for 2 years, but you got it back.
That's true. Jeez. No, that's true.
I think you'd even forgotten about its existence, and I was like, "Hey, bro, here you go," and you're like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, I own that."
Man.
Good times.
Yeah.
But that's what good friends are for, right? That's pretty much it. I borrow stuff from you. You borrow stuff from me. You borrow infinitesimally less stuff from me. But whatever.
Yeah, bro. Just gonna need to borrow your set of cups real quick.
Yeah. I gave you a set of cups. You lost them.
No, remember I started using them as drinking cups, and the wood was just soaking through, and it just wasn't a good time.
I can't believe you destroyed those cups. Those were U-Day wooden cups. You can't even get those anymore.
True. You know what else you can't get anymore? The liquid fuel mugs. Boom.
Yeah, all sold out, guys. But the V2s are coming soon.
The V2s.
Nah, just kidding. No V2s.
Love it. Yeah. So what else is happening? So are you going to do your gigs this weekend at Each Street?
Forbidding the rain, yes.
Yeah, of course. What happens when it rains? Do they still operate, or do people just?
It depends on the severity of the rain. So obviously, if it's like torrential, they probably won't. But if it's just raining, like heavy rain, yes. Rain, yes. Torrential rain, no.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah,
good point.
But I'll be back for a hot minute.
Yeah, Bob. I drunk out of the cups because what happened was he gave them to me, and I was like, "This is awesome." Worked on them for a little while, and you know me, I just I don't do the cups, and I was like, well, I think I put pens. Like I've got this little cup here where I put all my pens and stuff, and I think at one point I was like putting some pens and stuff in one of the cups, and then I thought it would be a good idea to drink out of one of the cups. Obviously not my finest moment, but this is like 7 years ago or something. This is like
no excuses, bro.
This is a while back, It looks like we have a question from Ash. Thanks for sticking through this, Ash, by the way. Considering we are magicians who love anime and have Final Fantasy tattoos, why aren't me and Jason best friends yet? Yeah.
I would have to say it's because of like long distance, my friend. Like you're in a place where I can't really come and hang out with you. And do you have a receding hairline? Because that's a massive plus for the friendship category. Because Josh has a hugely receding hairline, which means I can pick on him on the regular, which is super helpful.
Yeah, you got to have an obvious defect that's easy to attack, because otherwise He has no ammo.
Look at this. Thanks, guys. You guys are so kind. Bob Bella, this is why I look to Jason for mentorship. To pick on Josh's hairline.
Love it.
Good times.
One of our fellow Patreons.
I'm pretty excited about living down here though, dude, for a couple of reasons. One is I haven't done my whip show for 3 years now. And so I'll be able to bring that back. And then also I've been telling you about this chop cup show that I want to do with the chop cup and the color changing knives and the bill and lime and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, totally.
So I picked up those knives, $300 set of knives. Actually, I may have them on me. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, the photo of them looks sweet.
They are a nice set of knives, dude. They're very, very... Yeah, look at this. Boom. So this right here... Let me get out of the shot.
Oh, look at that. Oh, damn.
That, right? That's a nice looking piece of hardware right there. Right. So that's the black knife. This one here is the white.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you can see they're like a really nice set, right? I think the white looks quite nice, if I'm honest. The white looks really good. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, it's the white. So it's just a nice looking knife, you know, and just
that's sick.
Changes into the mic. Yeah.
Bob says, really nice knife. Is your bill and lime done with a signed bill? He doesn't do bill and lime with those knives, Bob. That's for a different routine. I'm pretty sure I'm saying.
Are you talking about like...
I think he's talking about the knives, thinking that you use them for bill and lime or something.
Oh, no, these aren't billet knives. Is that what you're thinking? No, these are just beautiful color changing knives, bro. They're very good. All sleight of hand. These knives, you don't cut no gimmicks. No gimmicks, baby.
Yeah.
Well, I guess kind of gimmick, but not really gimmick. You know what I mean?
Scotty says they look great. Yes, they do. Yes, they do look good. Parkour.
So the thing is that so the routine that I want to do is I always try to have a moment in my street shows, which I think is incredibly important. Do you have specific shoes to do your
your shoeies?
Yeah, we do them out of boots over here.
Yeah,
we yeah.
You find the oldest shoe that you have.
Pint of beer out of a work boot.
That's it.
No, but the idea is that I always try to have this part in my show where there's like an interaction of like with the audience where you say, you know, how many balls are under the cup, and you know, balls keep changing, they keep getting it wrong. It's all funny. Everyone's having fun, and then boom, orange, right? But with the chop cup routine, you kind of lose the ability to do that because you know it's one cup, and you can't just load a bunch of balls under it without context, and it makes sense. But with the cups and balls, there's 3 balls in play, so you can do it with 3 balls. It makes sense, and it's good. So instead, what I do is before I do the chop cup, I take a bill from someone, have them sign it, you know, do all the comedy that comes with that. You know, tell them I'm going to turn it into a 50, and I turn it into a $5 bill. You know, it's my bad, I guess. And then I just draw a little 0 next to the 5, and now it's a $50 bill. And then I say to them, but you probably don't want this because that's a crime, so I'll just keep that as well, put it away.
Oh shit.
And then I start doing the chop cup, and you do the chop cup routine. It's, you know, it's got its moments. It's good, nice visuals. And then you do you produce 2 oranges, and then you produce a lime from your shoe. So I kick the shoe off, and out comes a lime that has no business being in there. And then from there you go, you know, you talk about their bill again, and you take out the knife. And now you get to do this moment where you say, I should probably, you know, you get to do this stuff where you say like this right here, I've got this tiny little knife. It's perfect for cutting limes because it fits in your hand beautifully. And then it disappears, and then it's in your pocket, and then you take it and you turn it and it changes color, and it changes color again. And then you explain that you got like 2 knives, you know, and then you tell them like which hand is the black knife in, and then they're wrong. And, you know, it turns into this moment of like constant interaction with your audience.
Yeah, I love that.
Where they get a chance to be funny with you as well. And then it's like connection before you even talk about money, which is good. And then you cut out, and then you know, use the same knife to cut open the lime, and inside of it is their signed bill. So it just ends up being this really powerful moment. But
they go crazy. They go crazy for it.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, well, now you know the order of it all, Bob Pollard.
Yeah.
Pollard.
Because he was wondering that you had said it's in your set. That clears it up, Bob.
So now you know like the sequence that I'm going to do there.
Yeah.
And it's all about trying to make it all flow together. Like each part of it has to make sense.
Yeah.
So that if anyone was to walk in at any given moment, this is what I always say with street performing. If anyone was to walk in at any given moment and look at what you're doing and saying, it should make sense. And if it doesn't, they will leave and you won't build your crowd. Your crowd won't get bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the issue with mentalism sometimes, is that they'll walk in and see you doing this around someone and they're like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like, you can't really make sense of it. And like, you spend a lot of time asking weird questions to like cement that you're reading their mind and stuff, and it just doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, RB, you're wrong, mate. There is a street performer in Sydney. He says, I'm taking notes now that there's no street performers in Sydney. Your boy Jess.
There are street performers in Sydney. There's quite a few of them, but there's not many magician street performers in Sydney, except for me. So you'd be competing with me if you came in. So I wish you the best of luck. I will show you no quarter. I will show you no quarter on my streets.
And real quick, Bradcalf, I've just come back to this question. He said, how is the Stream Deck? Is it worth it? Well, right now it's just sitting unplugged, like on my desk. So far it's not worth it because I haven't used it.
No, it's good, man. It's like paperweight.
But so what happened was I ordered it. Now I ordered it from Amazon and I was super impressed. I ordered it on Thursday and it arrived on Easter Sunday. Somehow, somewhere, someone bloody brought it and delivered it on Easter Sunday, which was super impressive. But yeah, so what this will help with is like right now I'm operating the stream, right? And I'm doing it using Ecamm, and there are like hotkeys in here so I can do things. Like for example, I could show like our graphic like this, or whatever. And to do that, I'm having to hit two keys. I'm hitting like Control 4 or whatever. But this will just allow me to only have to hit one button and it'll like be already pre-queued there. And so it's absolutely worth it. And I can't wait to start using it, So it's going to be awesome when we start doing it. Hey, look who's in the house.
I'm so buying one.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Christopher.
Hey,
Blaine.
What's up, Chris?
You guys don't know who this is, and you should. This is one half of the Naked Magicians. Very funny, very talented performer.
Yeah. What up, Chris?
We do enjoy Chris, old mate Chris. He's a god.
Absolutely. And Chris, it'll be great to have you here on the pod one time as well.
Yeah, it'd be super good. You can go to Josh's house and you can stream from there. I'll be over here.
Yeah. Well,
No, you know what though? I'll be back in Brisbane soon though. Maybe we can all sit around and do it sometime in the next coming weeks. That'd be cool. I'd love to have you on this podcast, man.
Yeah, man. And, this interview mode lets us, just add an extra person in anyway if they were, remotely available. Just like, what we did with Doug. That's 100% possible as well.
Yeah, having Doug was great. Still the highlight of this whole thing. But yeah, next is the next stop, Josh. What do we got? Well, the fortunate thing is with all this technology going crazy like it is, the building that I'm moving into has NBN. So I'll have some seriously crispy internet, my bro.
Yes. Thank God for that.
Our podcast will run beautifully.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And I've also got, I'll also have to hook up the two, it's Nick Spink.
Hey, what's up, Nick? How you doing? It's been a while since I've seen Nick. All I remember is the sound of your burp when we were recording. That's, my last memory of you, Nick. It's been a while.
I remember that.
That was good times.
But yeah, the next, I guess the next step, Josh, is that we need to start doing like Twitch streaming and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean that's more or less what we're doing now, right? It's just that Twitch is just a different platform where it can like cut what you've just done and make it a video, like if you're twitching a game you're playing or something.
Exactly. So it's going to be pretty sweet stuff, dude. Lots of things coming up. I can't wait to be set up here so that I can do my shows. I can do my online stuff. I plan on making many content. Once I actually can do it. See, the issue is like the reason why I haven't been doing it much at all is it's really difficult to do your shows and also watch your camera and stuff, you know, like carry it with you. It seems like I've frozen.
Oh, you're back.
Freeze too.
Back.
And so I need to be in a position where I can comfortably film easily, which is why I wanted to pick up a G7X, which is just a robust little point and shoot. I'll pick up one of those, and that way I can just carry that around instead of this big rig. This big rig is just too much to carry around Sydney when you're doing shows. But the G7X would be perfect for that.
Yeah, I got to check it out. I've noticed there's a Sony camera that people recommend a lot for streaming as well. I know you're talking about vlogging, but while we're talking about
you're talking about the streaming camera, like the G. It's like
it's called like the A something.
Yeah, the AX1 or AX2 or whatever it is. Yeah, it's like a $6,000 camera.
And I noticed like they still recommend the same lenses. Like whenever I'm watching stuff about streaming, they're always saying use like a 22 mil or a 16 mil. But even with that Sony camera, they're saying to use the same lenses. So
yeah, you just have to make sure that the mount is the same. I'm pretty sure that the Sony camera uses an F mount.
Gotcha.
And we use an M mount.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we got the good stuff. Unlike the time you went to buy a lens from someone and didn't realize it was a different mount, right? So like it was the same.
No, he didn't realize it was a different mount. I told him what camera I had. Because he didn't put the mount in the description.
Man, all of this tech can be so confusing sometimes. Like until you dive in, you just have to dive in and like really absorb it and learn it, right? It's just like there's so much to learn. Like
when it comes to the technology, you know, they always say like, sorry, I just dropped my card. They always say that when you know, that you have to go to film school or you have to go to some editing schools or something like that. I just think that you just have to just pick up some technology and just have a play with it. You start to figure stuff out pretty quick.
Yeah,
you know,
that's it. That's it.
Like that thing I said once before, like, you know, they say gear doesn't matter. And I say gear does matter as much as you need it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you got to know how to use it too. Like if you don't know how to use it, then
you reach a point where like you'll be filming something and then you'll listen back to the audio and you'll realize, okay, maybe I need a mic to do this. Then you'll buy a mic, you know, something like this, for example.
This is our story.
Something like this. Yeah, you'll buy something like this, and this thing will do exactly what you want it to do for a hot minute until you go into a really loud environment, and then you go, oh crap, what do I do now? So then you buy something like this. You buy something like this, a little lapel mic that just clips onto your shirt, and then it cancels out the noise that's far away.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it kind of just keeps going like that. And then you start shooting your videos and you realize that the kit lens isn't very good, so you buy something like this. A little 22 mil, right? And then you realize that this doesn't do well in low light, so you get yourself the 16 mil, which is currently on my camera. And you know, it kind of just keeps going until you're at a point where you're happy.
Yeah, you're happy because the next jump is going to be expensive. Like
every jump is expensive, man. Like getting started is probably the worst. I mean, we both started with GoPros.
Yeah, and you know what though, the GoPros are dope for slow-mo and for smoothness. Just they don't handle light at all.
The GoPro Hero 9 is perfect if you want to just start vlogging and filming stuff.
Does it do depth yet? Does the new one do like a field of depth or not yet?
It's an action camera, so no, but you don't need to do that stuff until you get an understanding of what you're trying to accomplish anyway.
Cool.
And it has a reverse screen on it though, so it does have a little tiny screen on the front facing side, so you can see what you're filming.
Yeah.
And you can also attach mics to this one. So, but it's expensive. It's like $600. But you know, it's like an all-in-one. You know, the audios on GoPros are surprisingly good.
Yeah, I love the GoPros. I still use mine when I'm out doing B-roll and stuff. And I love the fact that you can connect it to your phone, so your phone can see what you're doing. There's a lot of great things. And I know there's a way to hook up the GoPro with this setup, right? Like you can set it up to your camera to stream.
Yeah, it could be your webcam.
So, you know, And because it's so small, you could really rig it. Like you could rig it to the roof if you want to do like a, over the head shot or something. You need a long cable, but
yeah,
that'd
it
be
is
possible.
nice for getting in those tight spots, right? When you're trying to film something. It's just useful. Yeah,
Speaking of tight spots, can you see Chris's question?
What's that? I've started using an Osmo Pocket.
No. Can you see the screen?
Oh, I want to marry Jason. Oh, that's the question, eh?
Yeah. Man, because
I'm getting a lot of love in today's stream. Have you noticed that?
I have to be honest, Jason. So what I learned is that you can edit the comments yourself. So like, look, I'll edit it right now. So if you look on the screen, now it says this is Josh. So it's kind of funny. You can edit the comments that you're showing on the screen, but it'll still say it's from that person. So you could really mess with people.
Someone over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could really mess with people. I love it.
Bob Pollard. Extreme racial slur. Unreal. Bob, why would you do that?
What?
Like you could change it like that. So.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Yeah. And when I tested the live stream, there we go. So I wasn't. It wasn't really me. It's just that I read Chris's mind and then I put it on here. So it's all good, Chris. That's what I do. We read minds, baby. We read minds.
Anyway, how long have we been on this chat for?
Well, that's Jason's sign to say I don't want to pay for another hour.
No, I've still got time left, but we have to do the Patreon, right?
Well, we don't have to do it today, man, because the Patreon comes out on Friday. So we can always do that on, Wednesday or Thursday or something like that.
On Friday.
Yeah. I love that. Stop reading my mind. So yeah, we've been going. I mean, look, it says 52 minutes, but I know some of that time was us like messing around a little bit. So I'm not fully sure, but we've been going for a while. I reckon we can give it like another fiver. Give people a second to chuck it. Yeah, 5 hours. That'll be it. Do you have your spare battery handy?
Any closing remarks, Josh? Yeah, of course I've got a spare. No, I forgot it. No, I'm kidding. It's here.
Look, closing remarks would be, let us know if you watched this live stream and you enjoyed it, if you want us to keep doing it like this. Because also, like, people have been asking us for a long time to start streaming the podcast. And this is the first time we're actually able to do it. We've got the right interface to do it. So, like, I really hope you guys have been enjoying it like this. And this will still go onto YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you're seeing it. And, for those who are watching it on YouTube, remember to hit subscribe, just as you're seeing on the screen.
I guess that we also don't have to edit it too much now, right?
Yeah, eventually I want to get to the point where it's just done and it just goes straight onto the tube. Because on this system, when you hit end, there's an option to just send it straight to YouTube if you want. So that would actually be pretty awesome. But this one I'll touch up a little bit here and there. But yeah, eventually it'll just go boop, straight there, which would be sick.
Oh, here we go. Here's a nice question. Thoughts on Malero rings?
Ooh.
Have you seen them yet?
I saw a trailer go up, but I haven't watched it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's nice to see. I'll tell you my thoughts on it then. It's nice to see a rings routine that isn't ringistry, that fancy flipping stuff that they do. Like the flipping ring stuff is very much just for magicians. I don't think I've seen many spectators watch it and think like, wow, amazing. But when you do like a more classic routine, spectators love that stuff. They get so into it. But when you're like, throwing the rings around, like if you're Joshua Masato, then sure, do that, because that's, pretty much all he does is, the ring stuff. But, it doesn't really look good often cases when people do it. At least in my opinion. This is just my opinion, of course.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. Scotty says, thanks for hooking us up with the live stream. Feels more interactive, probably because it is. Appreciate it. And Chris, live is great. I always have more questions in the moment. I think that's exactly why it's so good to have too, because then like if you think of something while we're talking about it, you don't have to put it in the comments and hope we reply or Jason actually sees it. It's just there, So like, I'm going to hit like on that. Appreciate it. Yeah, so look, this has been super fun. Closing remarks. I enjoy this. let's do more of it. And I may as well tell people like what happened at the beginning because like it was such a dumb moment on my part. So I spent the last 3 days testing out all these live streams, working perfectly. And then last night I did a photo shoot for my girlfriend's products. She sells horse products. And I changed the setting on my camera to the photo setting, not the movie setting. And so all of this morning I was racking my brain trying to figure out why the actual hell it kept freezing every 10 seconds, and it was horrid. And I got Jason on, and he's like, he had to wait around, and that's why this live stream started late. And I'm like, what is happening? I changed cables, I restarted the computer. I was about to do a 1 hour update on my actual software on my laptop, and Jason's like, bro, that's probably not a good idea, which you were correct, sir. And then finally, I had the bright idea to just look at my camera settings and realize, oh, if I just turn the dial by 2, all of a sudden, we're back to normal. I was like, sometimes it's just like the easiest fix and you just don't realize it. It's kind of like when we don't hit record on our camera sometimes. You just like, or don't plug the audio in. It's just like...
It is what it is, man. It's a constant learning curve. We're still only a year old in this content creation game.
Yeah.
We've only been making videos now for a year. It's like just over a year now. A couple of days over a year.
True.
So yeah.
Stream is great.
I think we're doing pretty well considering.
We're doing great, man. And this podcast we've only been doing since January or December. Yeah, we started in December, I think. No.
And look where we're at now.
Yeah,
Live streaming to 4 people.
Man. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Live streaming. Ash, appreciate you being up at 3 a.m. watching this. Really appreciate it. What is Bob saying? Same length as I've been doing magic. Wow. So we've been podcasting. Oh, right. So we've been filming content as long as Bob has even been a magician. Nice. Nice one, Bob. That's all I got to say about Bob. All right. Goodbye, Bob. No, we love Bob. Fellow Patreon. Good guy. I seen he did
Patreons yet, by the way. What are you doing? Get on that, man. Yeah, the more Patreons we have, the more power that we have. Power.
We need the power.
Know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, bro. And for those who, I just did this on the fly, but for those who aren't on there yet, here it is, patreon.com/themagicguys. Don't know how many times I can plug it. Maybe I can just plug it one more time. Boom. Yeah.
So if you guys don't forget, it's patreon.com/themagicguys. We'll see you there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. We're doing a comprehensive tutorial on the cups and balls this week on the Patreon, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds about right.
Yeah. The only place you could go to get something so in depth and detailed is on our Patreon. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. And we'll be doing our Zoom hangout this coming weekend as well.
Oh man, please wait till I'm back in Brisbane before we do that.
Yeah. Well, it's on it's Sunday, so you're back by then?
Should be, yeah.
Yeah. Dope. Look at that. Thanks, Bob. I've enjoyed every bit of this. Became my favorite podcast real quick. Dude, appreciate that. Thanks for the love, man. What a nice guy.
All right,
man. Well, look, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you again on the Magic Guys. Until then, join us on the Patreon if you're wanting to get more content from us or see us on the Zooms.
What was that Patreon called again? I just forgot. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's really hard. Yeah. Oh, God, what is it? Oh, here it is. Patreon.com/themagicguys. I think that's...
don't delay.
That sums it up
today
pretty nicely. All right, guys. Peace. Take care. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.
Tits.